This is going to be your weekly twin flame soulmate relationship tarot reading. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies between you and your person. So in the comments, please let me know your zodiac signs and your word of the day. Okay, let's get some overall themes and messages for this reading. The Chess Queen. Trust. Strategizing. Trust the process. That's all we can do right now. I've been really in that energy lately where, I mean, you know, I say trust the process all the time, but right now specifically, I just feel it's so important to just go with the flow and see where things take us. The more we try to control anything, especially in relationships, the more resistance we get. So we have to try to take it step by step and day by day. Contentment, being in the present moment. What could you do right now to be in the present moment and not let your mind go into all the what ifs? For me, it's taking a salt bath, you know, sitting in that warm water, relaxing, decompressing, letting the stress go, maybe even being out in nature, watching a good show, laughing, something that brings you joy, okay? That's one way you could look at being in the present moment. So let's get another card here and see what we need to know. And we have Thinker. Oh, see what I mean? Okay, so this is kind of summing up what was said on this card. Trust or strategizing. Here in this photo, contentment, trusting the process. In this one, overthinking, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. So which energy are you in right now? Let me know in the comments. Now, something very interesting actually is that contentment card is a number 8 card, and we have the Thinker card, which is 44, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So which energy are you in? Wow. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the connection between you and your person. We're going to look at what's in your headspace, your person's headspace, your heart space, their heart space, overall energy and underlying energy. And of course, feel free to swap sides if it makes more sense. Now stick around because we're going to clarify with some oracle cards and then go into the near future to see how all of this is going to play out. So in your headspace right now, we have here the Queen of Wands. I want you to be confident. Contentment goes with confidence. When you're confident, you're more content, okay? So Queen of Wands is strutting your stuff, believing in yourself. And here we have the 5 of Cups, grief, disappointment, and sadness. I feel like we're getting 2 sides of things. Are you in grief and disappointment, or are you confident and strutting your stuff? Are you trusting that everything's going to work out, or are you overthinking and analyzing what hurt you or what happened? Okay, let's take a look at what's going on in your person's headspace. And we have here the High Priestess. The High Priestess is an energy that divulges signs and synchronicities or information as you go. You're not going to get all the information right now. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you try to analyze, it doesn't happen that way. So right now your person might be getting information slowly but surely. And with that, the Hermit, they might be a bit isolated. Maybe they're searching their soul. And again, slowly but surely, you know, figuring some things out. Okay, let's take a look at your heart space. What do we need to know? 8 of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you, walking towards things that are better. And then 7 of Cups, there you go. It's very much this like back and forth. 7 of Cups is about having options. You could choose any one of these cups. Again, overanalyzing. Remember, not making a decision is making a decision. So are you in the energy that says, I'm going to stay stuck and not make a decision? Or am I going to decide to walk away from the things that no longer serve and go towards things that are potentially better? All right, let's take a look at your person's heart space. 5 of Wands, a bit of conflict. Should I, shouldn't I? Can I have this? Can I have this tangible fulfillment? It's almost like there's everything you could ever want, but there's the debate of what do I do? How do I do this? Now, overall, 9 of Wands, there's wounds, right? Wounded warrior energy. I was almost going to take from that deck, but here we got to take from this one. The 8 of Pentacles. There's work to do. You can either be in victim mentality or you can get to work. Okay, now let's take a look at the bottom of this deck here. There's the Sun. Yes card. Happiest card in the deck. And bottom of this deck, 5 of Swords. Battle. But this is also an energy that says, put down the swords. We don't want headaches anymore. This is a yes to putting down the swords. No more fights, no more battles. We want easy, we want peaceful, we want kind. Okay, let's get some relationship oracle cards here and see what else we need to know. Let's clarify some of this. So in your headspace, passion and chemistry. Sometimes we think to ourselves, how could it be like this when we're so passionate with each other? There's such an intensity. It's unlike anything I've ever felt before. Well, it's because it's a catalyst. It's a catalyst for change. And the Saturn energy is all about lessons, a bit of restriction. Let's see. Your person's headspace, messages, communication, Mercury, travel. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You might have those placements. They might have those placements, but this is that earth energy, that grounding energy. You know, it's almost like a conversation needs to be had. There's that Sun energy again, empowerment. Empower yourself to make a decision if you're stuck right now. Because again, the Sun is yes, and then here we have closed off. So we're getting both sides of the coin here. In your person's heart space, there's Venus, self-worth, self-value, self-respect, but also possibly wanting to make an offer of union and integration. Wow. Why do I feel like on your side here, there's a lot more back and forth? I mean, yes, there's back and forth here, but this is different. This is like constantly going, it's this, it's that. What about this? What about that? Do I trust the process or do I try to like figure this all out? Now, overall, we have here growth. Okay. New beginnings, taking action, courage, Jupiter. Underlying energy, longing. There could be some separation. Yeah, guilt and sabotage. Now we have, you know, it's so funny. We're getting like the opposites. Okay, let's take a look at the near future with the after tarot. So these are the energies that are up and coming. Now, speaking of up and coming energies, we are doing the full moon Zoom on Friday, October 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern, because there is a full moon in Aries quickly approaching. So we're going to get together on Zoom to discuss these energies, and you'll get the recording and a personalized mini moon reading by the next new moon. So the cost is $22, and the link is in the description box or in my bio. Let's take a look at the near future here. See, moving on to calmer waters and peace. Could be travel here as well. Maybe you're thinking of taking a trip together, or you've discussed something. The Hierophant, taking the methodical steps. Slowly but surely. Trust the process. Whenever I see Taurus energy, I know that's trust the process. By the way, do you know how many fives we've seen already? Hierophant is 5, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 5, 5, 5. Big changes ahead. In your person's headspace, the Magician, see, communication, manifestation. They want to talk. 8 of Cups, we talked about that earlier. 8 of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve and going towards things that are better. Now we're finally going to sort of focus on filling one's own cup. A new emotional beginning. Now 8 could be an angel number that you're seeing as well. In your heart space, look at that, Ace of Pentacles. Tangible new beginnings. Nourishment is what I was going to say with the scarab here, as well as the nourishment of the clarity. It's almost like being in the Hangman energy is coming to a close. And in your person's, oh, I love this, in your person's heart space, you know, the 10 of Wands is mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. This is now a spark of new energy. Endings and beginnings. There you go. Your person is about to take that leap of faith. They're like just about to let go and enjoy life. Now, overall, we have the Six of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving in balance. 10 of Cups. There's 1010 now if you're seeing that angel number. Look, it's one thing to ask for happiness, another thing to allow it. And underlying energy, look at this victory. She's like welcoming him home. Wow. Oh, justice, equal giving and receiving in balance. That even could be contract. That could even be marriage. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. What cards do I want to look at now? Pardon me. I thought I had the deck that I wanted, and it's just out of reach. Let's see. Okay, on your side here. Anxiety, overcoming fear. See, the reason you were back and forth is because you were in fear. Interesting. And your person, they're ready to explore. Look at 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. Big changes ahead. I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. If you'd like to join us for the full moon Zoom, that would be amazing. Looking forward to it. Have a wonderful rest of your day.